Today we're going to load a bike and a trike on the CycleSimplex bike rack, and I have Dan, who is here as my COO, and he's going to do the work. I'm Dick. Alright, now we're going to put the bike on the rack, and the first thing that Dan will do is to take the clevis pin out, and then he'll put the bike on the rack. And then he'll tilt up the hold down mechanism that holds the seat post of the bike in place. And then he'll put the clevis pin back into place. And that essentially is all that is needed except for the straps on the wheels of the bike. And Dan is going to go ahead and place a strap onto the wheels. And then we will place the 3 remaining straps onto the wheels. Okay, we have placed all the straps on the bike, and it really doesn't matter which way you put the straps on, as long as you put one on each corner bracket of the wheel. Dan is going to place the trike on the rack now. And you notice that he puts the rear wheel of the tadpole trike in place before he sets the front wheels on. You would do this in the opposite. For a delta trike, you would put the front wheel on first, and then the rear wheels would drop into place. And the next thing that Dan is going to do is to put the strap on. And we will put the remaining straps on. We've put on all the straps, and you'll notice that there are 2 on the single wheel, and then there is 1 each on the double wheels. The bracket that holds the double wheels, it can go on either the inside or the outside of the tire. Doesn't matter. You have more width to play with if it goes on the inside of the tire, but it doesn't really matter except for the width. We are now going to show how the rack tilts up and also tilts down. So Dan will first take the clevis pin out of the tilt-up mechanism while supporting the remainder of the rack so it doesn't fall down. And he can put it down, and that way, with your bike and trike on the rack, you can access the rear of the vehicle. Now he will tilt it up so as to put it out of the way. and put the clevis pin into the rack. We have now tilted the rack up and put the clevis pin in, and the rack is now out of the way. You can park in your garage or in a parking lot without damage to the rack or damage to people walking by.